On my way to get cherry blossoms. Has sensitive language. On my way to get some flowers from the shop on the avenue. As I was walking, I realized within the crazy rush hour of people a black cat walked by. I didn't think anything of it, but it was interesting for a second. As I was walking across the street to the flower shop, I was in the middle of the street almost to the otherwise, and a car near ran me over and I stopped midway on the street. I just froze. I know someone smart would just move out the way, not me. So all I heard was "Lady, get out the way," as the driver drove past me. I must admit my middle finger went up facing the back of the car as it was driving off. So, I continued my way across the street as I almost reached the end. I went to pick up my left foot to be on the sidewalk and somehow heard a yell from the left side. "Hey Kathy, is that you?" As I turned to look, I missed the sidewalk. All I did was feel myself falling slowly onto my front of my body hitting the concrete. It hurt real bad. I somehow did not manage to harm my face. My forearm was scratched though, and some old lady was trying to help me up. She did not know English and she seemed Asian to me. She helped me up, but I felt like she was cursing me out in another language. When I finally stood up, she looked at me and rolled her eyes, then walked across the street. I am thinking she didn't have to help me, but I was over it, so I just started walking slowly. The person I heard screaming my name, or so I thought, was calling someone else. So, I tripped for no reason whatsoever. All I wanted to do was get my favorite flowers, cherry blossoms, and it was springtime, so I knew they were just starting to be sold. I like to get things before everyone else to say I did it first. Yet we know it's never true. But in my mind, it was true. As I am walking slowly because I was hurt from the fall. I am pretty sure I have scars on my knee, but I couldn't see it since my blue jeans seemed to be torn apart or anything, but I was in pain. As I touch my knee to see if it's fine while I am walking, a guy walks by me and shoulders me like if I was in his way. I said, "Really, like you had all the space in the world and you bump into me." I thought I was being punked somehow. But I kept strolling. I said, "It's one more block of what can happen. Right?" As I was walking, it was nice out, so since I went through it in the last 15 minutes. There was a hot dog cart, so I was like, I am a bit hungry, and I can use a bottle of water to wash off my arm. I stop by the cart and there is a person waiting to order. It was a man who ordered 3 hot dogs with chili and onions and ketchup and a drink. I was thinking, wow, he can really eat. So I am here waiting for me to go next. As I was waiting, another guy went up to the guy who ordered the hot dogs and said something in Spanish, and they smiled at the vendor. He ordered 2 more hot dogs with cheese and ketchup. I was fine. "It's fine, just wait until it will be your turn." The second guy then turns to his right side and screams out, "¿Quieres perritos calientes one?" I just turned and looked at a guy waiting on a bench in a hard hat looking back at his co-workers, I can only assume. He called back to them, "Diablos, si, mi muero de hambre. Conseguim 3 perros calientes solo con mostaza." And then the first guy who ordered his hot dogs orders 3 more hot dogs with mustard. I got so annoyed I just decided to walk away. The world was going crazy, or I was. I kept walking towards the end of the block, passing the guy who ordered more hot dogs, and he looked at me with smiles and winks. I felt so disgusted and annoyed. Why me? I just can't deal with it anymore. Half of me wanted to turn back, but I had gotten this far, I was not going to stop now. One more block, here I come. Now I am at the corner waiting for the light to change. As I am waiting, I see this beautiful poodle. Looks like it just got its hair done. I smile at it and ask to pet it. The woman holding the dog agrees. I go to pet right in the tip of the head. Not even 2 seconds later, the dog goes to bite me. I pull back my hand and my elbow hits the guy behind me in the eye. The guys yell out "OWE", throws his hands up and hits another guy in the head that happens to be the first guy that ordered the hot dogs. When the elbow hits his head, still has food in his hand still. The hot dogs flew in the air, and I turned slowly to check on the first guys I heard, and boom, a hot dog hit my face. The chili and the ketchup and all was running down my face onto my shirt. At that time, I flipped out and yelled out loud "FUCKK". Everyone stopped and stared at me. I just don't know what was happening today. I started mumbling to myself I was just crossing the street hearing cars honking and all, and didn't care. I am getting to my destination no matter what. At this point I was too angry to care about anything but getting my cherry blossoms. I made it finally there and made you. I went into the shop with scratches, ketchup and chili all over me, and some woman with a smile came up to me and asked, "Do you need help?" I just started crying. "No you can't unless you have cherry blossoms." She turns around and walks away, and in 2 minutes comes back with the cherry blossoms and says, "They just came in." I smile from head to toe and forget all about everything I've been through, because no matter how the world wants to stop you from getting what you want, you can still get it in the end. Well, if you don't give up. Was it the black cat, or was it just the wrong day? Maybe, but my cherry blossoms are near my windowsill taking in the sun as I smile at it in my robe after my bath. The end.